मंगल ढिलोन चैनल एक ऐसा चैनल जो आपका जीवन बदल सकता है, जैसे अब तक बहुतों का जीवन बदल चुका है। मंगल ढिलोन चैनल। नमस्कार, आदाब, सत श्री अकाल and hello to everyone. A Western salutation to Sikhism. This will be episode 2 of this series, which we have recently started. I was fascinated, I mentioned in the episode number 1, when I saw these white Sikhs in their attires, with their turbans, with their kripans, with their bana. I was absolutely fascinated. And I mentioned, in an earlier episode that what thoughts came across in my mind, that do they know what they're doing? And then when I approached them and I asked them certain questions and expressed my desire to interview them, they all graciously agreed. So I interviewed them all over, in Anandpur Sahib, in Miri Piri Academy. I shot them at the Golden Temple, Harmandir Sahib. I interviewed them in Chandigarh at Mount View Hotel. Even there was one bungalow there. Even in New York at Richmond Hill, even in Holland, or for that matter in California. I mean, wherever I saw them, I used to get fascinated. Somewhere the thought was that we should interview them and share it with our own community and try to tell them, just listen to them, just watch them, see them. These are basically white people. They were Christians and they have become Sikhs, and with all the logics and justifications, so that it may, convince our younger generation to come back who are running away or trying to run away. Now, in first episode, 2 guys wrote some comments. They had problem with my surname, that why you're using Dhillon with your name, because it indicates discrimination. First I tried to answer them, but then I didn't want this argument to, drag on. So I blocked them and removed their comment, because it's just waste of energy. People have been working in my village. People have been working in Bombay, in my kitchen, and even here in my ashram, even in UP. We never asked them their religion or their caste or creed or anything. There's so many people who put only Singh with their name. But you'll be amazed to see how much discrimination is there in their mind. So it's not that somebody puts Singh with his name, doesn't put his surname like the caste Dhillon, and then he's discriminatory, otherwise he's not. Well, there are different people in this world and they have different ideas. May God bless them. If somebody really becomes a Sikh of Guru Nanak or becomes a Khalsa of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj and follows all the hukumnamas, instructions, orders of the Guru, and he keeps his name Singh, because Sikhism basically is against all kind of discrimination. If you read Guru Granth Sahib, if you go to the Golden Temple, Harmandir Sahib, if you see the life of Guru Sahiban, there's no discrimination at all. But today, there are a lot of people who may call themselves Sikhs of Guru Nanak and Singhs of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, and who may just write, Singh with their name, or they sometimes put name of the village. But I know so many leaders in Punjab and so many political and religious leaders, and how much damage they have caused to Punjab is unimaginable. They've almost destroyed Punjab. from every angle. May God bless them. Anyway, that's not our topic. So I'm trying. It's my journey. God willing, soon, after making a couple of films where I need this face, I will be Sabe Surat. I'll have my long beard, unshorn beard and unshorn hair and long beard. So I'm just, eager. I'm waiting. But the time, I don't know why, is wish of Guru, God. I'm internally ready. But there are certain responsibilities which is been entrusted to me by Guru, and I'm trying to fulfill them as per my limited capacity, with Guru's blessings, with Almighty Lord's blessings. Otherwise, I could not have done anything. So I asked them questions. These interviews were shot 27 years back, and they're all scattered here, there. I tried to channelize them, but I found it extremely difficult. So then I decided, okay, let it go. At least whichever way and whatever way, it should reach to the people. So that time I must have asked them these questions, that what fascinated them, what was so important in Sikhism, what exactly they saw, what tempted them to become Sikhs. Oh, the parents were Sikhs and that's why they decided to be Sikhs. Because youngsters have been telling that the parents were Sikhs. They converted to Sikhism and that's why they became Sikhs. But children there, youth in America or abroad, in Western countries, they asked all kind of questions because it's not easy. In Western world, if a white person becomes a Sikh and with this kind of attire roams around, we'll come to that later on, which is hilarious also, ironical also, and inspiring at the same time. Because they did not bother about it. They take a lot of pride. They call themselves sons of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. They do Gatka, they do Kirtan, and do their jobs, and they do meditation, and they do Nitnem. And at that time, I used to say that maybe Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, this was his concept of the Khalsa. Not like people here, so-called Khalsas or Singhs, who have everything, but they don't follow the command of the Guru. They know in their hearts. So I won't go into that topic. So when I asked them this question, and the kind of answers they gave me, again, those answers were fascinating. Again and again, I can use this word that I was fascinated, I was flabbergasted, I was taken aback, I was amazed. And like a child, I was behind them. And once we were shooting, we will come to those interviews at Miri Piri Academy, and they were replying my questions. And one of my assistant used to go little away and stand there with his back towards us. So I shouted at him after he did a couple of times, he used to go away. So I asked him, what the hell are you doing? So he told me that I am feeling ashamed. Because we are supposed to be Jat Sikhs. Normally in Punjab, this is the practice. We are born in Sikh families. And look at our faces, look at our condition. We are clean shaven, we have, we shaved off our beards and we cut our hair. And we don't follow the Guru's steps. We don't follow the Guru's instructions. And look at them. So he felt ashamed and he used to go away. I had to face it because I had to interview them and I had to make this documentary, these episodes. I don't know whom they are going to hit because there's nothing without any purpose. There's always some purpose. I've been talking about this in previous episodes. So many episodes are there on our channel. There is a purpose, there is a reason. So how Guru made me shoot it, interview them, and then keep that with me. All the formats have changed, but still I kept them with me for the last 27 years. And now I was going to start my film Shahadat, but again Guru told me that you start this series first. You may not believe it that my script is lying on my table. I can't touch it without his orders, without his command. And this was the command that you start this series. You can take a break in between, but you must start it now. And that's why I had to start it. So, everything is for a reason. I don't know whom these episodes owe, what, which line, which statement of which person going to hit whom and where is going to hit. It will change that person's life. That will be my achievement. That will be my ultimate earning. That is the purpose of this series. So, I hope, like earlier I said, the way I was fascinated by them, I didn't have any words. I just wanted to spend maximum time with them. The way they used to sing Gurbani, in between I'll be sharing with you, they used to talk in Punjabi and listen to their Punjabi and how they learned that Punjabi. It was so fascinating. So, this is the second episode of this series, a Western salutation to Sikhism.
My parents were already Sikhs when I was born, and therefore they brought the religion, they integrated it into my life, showed me how I can become a Sikh or I can become other religions, and showed me the choices I had as to what it was that I wanted to be. But they again also showed that in the religion it says that everything is one, God is great, Ek Onkar, He's the creator of everything. I was 12 years old when I took Amrit. I took it in Amritsar at the Akal Takht Sahib.
It was because of my parents. They were Sikhs and I found it easy to stay in Sikhism, and when I turned 18 they gave me the choice to be a Sikh or to convert to whatever I wanted. And having a Christian family, atheist family, I have Jews in the family, I had an interesting view on all of them, and it just seemed like Sikhism was what was for me. I decided I was going to be a Sikh.
I'm a born Sikh. My family converted before. They were Protestant Christian from Atlanta, Georgia.
I was born a Sikh. My parents converted to Sikhism about, 25 years ago. And so I was raised, with my parents teaching me about Sikhism, and then they also sent me here to school in India so that I could get the experience of being a Sikh with so many others and where the religion actually originated. I grew up with the teachings of the Guru. I'm 20 years old now, so the choice is given to me. I'm old enough to make decisions on my own, and this is what I've chosen. This is how I've chosen to live my life. Sikhism is first what I was raised with, and it's what makes sense to me, and it's what feels comfortable to me.
I have found everything in Sikhism there is to offer. There's nothing that Sikhism does not have that I'm looking for, so why would I look anywhere else? I have nothing else to look for, nothing else to go after. Everything I've found, or that my heart or my soul or my being desires, is in this lifestyle, and that's why I chose it, and that's why I live it, and that's why I will always live it.
We came as a group with BBG, who's Yogi Bhajan's wife, to India to do a special 40-day program at Darbar Sahib, the Golden Temple in Amritsar. And I think it was during that period that I started studying about Sikhism, became acquainted with Sri Guru Granth Sahib, and actually got an experience, again, a very, very fulfilling experience of what it is to recite Gurbani, to sing Gurbani, which is what I do. So it was a very gradual process of just discovering that the experience of this way of life was a fulfilling experience and something that was the answer to my search.
I am a Sikh of the Guru
and this is through my own blessing, my choice, and my guidance of my own soul.
About the age 5 or 6, my parents have been teaching it to me, but to learn the proper pronunciation, I came here and studied from an ustad in Amritsar.
Being born a Sikh, Sikhism to me, watching my parents live it and be it, it means to have a sadhana and have a strict lifestyle in love of Guru.
To be perfectly honest, I found it myself, and after through just looking at different religions, and in my college there was a class that was inspired by Yogi Bhajan. He wasn't there, but it was some of his students. I took the class and was introduced to Sikhism in that way.
I had met some Sikhs in the Netherlands. Because of them I became curious to know more, and that's why I went to Amritsar. I didn't know very much about Sikhi at all. I had some inkling about, the bag and the beard, and I knew that Sikhs had one God, and that was about all I knew. In Harmandir Sahib, there was something that came to my help, and I had never before in my life had any experience of God by any name, but there I had the most wonderful emotions happening inside me, which, later I learned you could call that the darshan of Vaheguru.
In the beginning, I knew nothing else because I was born a Sikh. And then of course I started realizing, wait a minute, I'm kind of different from everyone else around me here. Like, I'm wearing my hair in a turban, whereas my friends aren't, and all this kind of stuff. But I definitely like Sikhism much better.
Several years ago I met people who were Sikhs. As I got to know them, I found that these were unusual people of good character, people of obvious inner strength. I wanted to learn more about how they got like that, how they got so clear with who they were and what they were doing in their lives. So through them I learned more about Sikhism and gradually started to adopt that lifestyle and change quite a few things in my own life.
Our teacher, our spiritual guide, is Siri Singh Sahib, Bhai Sahib, Harbhajan Singh Khalsa Yogi Ji. He came to the West in 1969 and brought the teachings of the Gurus with him. He never came to create Sikhs, really. He came to just teach the Shabad Guru. And we started doing yoga, we started doing meditation, we started getting up early in the morning to do our morning sadhana, to take our ishnan, to say our daily prayers, to listen to the Guru's word. And then it was very natural then to become a Sikh. So in 1969 I asked, I would like to become a Sikh. And they kind of looked at me like, nobody's ever asked them to become a Sikh before. So we did have a little ceremony in Los Angeles in the Gurdwara. And after several years I found myself in Amritsar and was able to take Amrit there. I really think I was born to be a Sikh. The teachings that Yogi Bhajan, the Siri Singh Sahib, Bhai Sahib, Harbhajan Singh Khalsa Yogi Ji brought to the West has changed many, 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 many people's lives.
Now I feel it's a good religion, but when I was younger, I was born into it. I wasn't really exactly sure what I was born into. The parents would, teach you how to tie a turban, keep your hair up, keep your hair long, don't eat meat, do whatever you're supposed to do. Like go to the Gurdwara on Sunday, do the seva, whatever, and I just kind of like inherited as a lifestyle. I never really understood what I was actually doing. I was kind of questioning the religion. I was kind of like, why am I a Sikh? Because you guys wanted me to be. Like, I didn't have a choice in this religion. I was born being made to tie a turban, and I never really understood what it was until I came to India.
I never even heard of being a Sikh. I never even saw anybody in a turban living in New York City. I just was not aware of it. So ultimately, all I could say is it really is Guru's grace. And I really mean that with all my heart and soul. Why me? I never knew what it meant. I never knew the definition. I never knew the lifestyle or the tenets. And so it's way beyond anything chosen. It's just a gift, and it's a gift from God, and that's what I believe. The vehicle was Yogi Bhajan when he came to America. He started teaching. He was teaching Kundalini Yoga and meditation, never uttered a word about Sikh Dharma or anything. And Americans are very curious. Why do you have that on your head? What is that? Why do you wear that? What does it signify? Tell me, teach us, show me. They're very inquisitive. And so one thing led to another. And again, it's a practice. It's the practice. It was sharing freely what a Sikh is. A Sikh is a seeker of truth, simply stated. That sounded right to me. I'm a seeker of truth. I could relate to that. And story after story and way of life, I believe in one creator. I believe in God. That was right to me. I believe in honest living and sharing what you have with others. I believe that. That rang true to me. And the tenets about living for others, believing in your creator, living honestly, living righteously, sharing what you have with others, getting up early in the morning and praising our creator. It's like dasvant in time, giving 1/10 of your time, 2.5 hours of the day. Everything made sense to me.
My own experience as a Sikh began when I was 19. I became a Sikh at that time. I started to tie a turban at that time. This was in the late 60s, early 70s. In those days, especially in America, it was not something that was well accepted.
As a child, I never wanted to cut my hair. I'd never met a Sikh, never even knew what a Sikh was, but I didn't want to cut my hair. In France, I went to a yoga festival, and here I met Yogi Bhajan Surya Singh Sahib. And everything he said was what I'd always wanted to do in my life. Don't cut your hair. Oh, I never wanted to do that. This is the life I've always wanted to live. In my soul, I've been longing for this. And finally, I found it. I went to him and I said, I have no direction and purpose in my life. And he said, what are we doing here? And I said, I don't know. I'm new here.
And I'm not the kind of person who can do anything unless they really believe in it. And I'm not the kind of person who will do something because somebody else is doing it. When I became a Sikh, there weren't any other Sikhs. I was actually the first Sikh American woman known to myself. So it wasn't because somebody else was doing it. I felt it in my heart. It was who I was. I wanted to be, and I just did it. So I don't have a lot of questions about it. Maybe I'm unusual. I've never questioned too much, really. You know, like I said earlier, I was born to be a Sikh, and I'm proud to be a Sikh, and I love being a Sikh, and it's a great religion.
This is what my father said. He said that they were just looking for something to connect them with their soul, something else to life. Like they did everything. They through their other religion, like Christian, it just wasn't enough, you know. When he first came to an ashram in America, he just walked in, and the atmosphere was so calm and peaceful. It just had such a simple, humble way about it. And he said everyone was so nice. Like, you know, they served langar, and people were singing Kiran. He thought it was so beautiful, and just everything about the whole thing, he just loved it. That gave him a sense of peace inside himself. So that's why from then on he really wanted to become a Sikh, and he really inquired about it, and they said that this really connected them.
Mangal Dhillon चैनल एक ऐसा चैनल जो आपका जीवन बदल सकता है, जैसे अब तक बहुतों का जीवन बदल चुका है। मंगल ढिलोन चैनल।